Good morning. It is great to greet you on this April Fool's Day and to interact with you. One of the first things I want to talk to you about is the matter of assignment 8. You can go and read it, but it's one of the aspects of it is to present things that you have learned along the way. Now, my recommendation is that you begin a blank page on your computer and begin jotting down some things that you've learned from week 1, week 2, and now we're at week 3, a very exciting week for me to challenge you in the whole matter of biblical servant leadership. By the end of this week, you should be able to identify examples of servant leadership in the ministry of our Lord Jesus Christ and write a paper about that. To analyze the difference between prideful leadership and servant leadership. To describe characteristics of servant leadership and to identify important ministry skills when beginning a ministry. We have an exciting week, and I mean that from the depths of my heart, because every one of us need to be reminded of the importance of servant leadership. We need to cultivate that and nurture it in our lives. In our reading, we will continue reading in Hull, in that great book, The Christian Leader, and we'll read chapters 5 to 7. And then a book that I have found very helpful and practical, Ministry Staff Leadership by Fagerstrom, if I can get my fingers around there, and then my fingers are over the top of it. Douglas Fagerstrom. It's a great book, has a lot of practical ideas, and we'll be reading the first 5 chapters of that. Then in the discussion board, you will present one concept that you gain from Fagerstrom. Now, if one becomes 2 or 3, I'm not going to be distressed about that, but that's the frustration, because it's a very practical oriented book. And then you, in the discussion board, not only cite that or idea, but how you're going to implement that in your own personal life and ministry today. Now, back to assignments. We have the 2 books, Hull and Fagerstrom. Then we have a powerful sermon by Stephen Crane that is just really strong. And then we have a great presentation by Stalwart and Tenney that was made at the 2015 Willow Creek Leadership Training Conference. Well done. It's more generic, but powerful. And then we have some extra resources that are available at the bottom of the week 2 resources. Again, credit for watching these videos is by watching them, not by reading the script. The script is simply to help you as you want to make a quote out of it or what have you. It's really a American Disabilities Act that says that we need to have that available for people with eyesight problems. Now, I want to tell you, go back to the first couple of announcements that I posted at the beginning of the course to see how to correctly post a video. In fact, I think Stephen Crane's video is the one that I used in that example. So that gives you a precise pattern as to how to do that. So the first of 2 assignments, the first is a 3-page paper about humility. 3 pages plus a works cited of examples of humility in the life of Jesus. That's not teaching, and it's not anything related to Passion Week. Okay, his arrest, death, crucifixion. And then the second paper is 3 pages also on insights that you have gained from your servant reading and videos, and one element of servant leadership that you are practicing, and a second one that you need to give more emphasis to. So, this is a very enriching week. So much uh, that's very practical. And some of the problems that we've been talking about over the past 2 weeks would be significantly impacted positively if people would practice servant leadership in their ministry leadership. Plenty for us to think about, isn't it? God bless you as you have a delightful week and God speaks to your heart. You listen carefully. God bless.